back at it with another DD Conway Nostalgic Lounge video. If you haven't subscribed to that brother yet, I suggest you do ASAP, man. Show that brother all the love in the world. Share and like all his videos, man. Straight up, brother. And subscribe as well. 5 white TV shows that are great and some are trash, and the underrated one. We already know what's going on. Yeah, I'll speak on what I think on the ones between. So let's get it.
I did black TV shows. Now I want to take a look at white TV shows. And I want to note that when black people watch white TV shows, we are used to having to find a way to relate. Mostly because the number of black sitcoms has tended to fluctuate in every generation. I'm DD Conway, and here's my personal top 5 list of white TV shows that I like, 5 that I don't, and 1 underrated.
I'm smoking grits and selling chickens, call that painted lemons. It's Gucci. Lemons on the chain with the knee cuts. Lemons on the chain.
Coming in at number 5, Saved by the Bell.
Never really watched it, so.
Nothing is more 90s than that theme song.
When I wake up in the morning and the longest I don't want it, I don't think I'll ever make it on time.
Saved by the Bell made my list because they made Saturday mornings feel like an escape from everyday pressure.
You'll laugh your head off.
Yes.
Because Saturday mornings are a scream with the kids from Saved by the Bell.
It's showtime.
Next.
Of course, it's me, so y'all know I love a show that touches on real life. But make sure to never take itself extremely serious. Plus, I used to love to see that this motherfucker Zach, what he would get into.
I'll just have to make you, punk.
Man, what did he do to make them niggas that mad?
He was always on bullshit till he learned from it. Shit can make you feel like a kid again, and this was when TV shows or TV teenagers weren't full of doing hard drugs, cutting themselves, and being fucking depressed.
We had died and gone to babe heaven.
Yeah, let's sample some of the afterlife.
Let's do it.
They dealt with real shit, but they also didn't forget the innocence of being a kid.
What happened? Oh, it's still going.
Coming in at number 4, Boy Meets World.
Never watched this either. So.
Make me wet.
That's what she said.
Boy Meets World will forever be goated. It's not up for debate. And whoever doesn't like it, I got one thing to say.
Your mom's a hoe.
Call her Honisha. But Boy Meets World made this list because it screams 90s and it's full of nostalgia. It most certainly is one of the best sitcoms of all time.
Feeny! Ooh, that was a new one.
I loved it because you got to see a teenager deal with some real shit that at that point everyone didn't want to discuss. Like the effects of a parent that was a drunk or a mother that wasn't there.
Did you kiss your mom this morning?
Oh, he was on the show?
Good, because it's going to have to last you for a while.
What do you mean?
Your mother, she took off.
Boy Meets World was a great hard-hitting show that tended to show everyone not always getting it right. From Corey doing shit to his pops even blaming.
They had Wooly Papai Anande. Wooly Papai Anande in the show. if y'all don't know where that came from, man. Come on,
Sean,
man.
For them drinking and being dead ass wrong about it and letting his true feelings about how he felt about Sean come out.
Corey, this isn't you.
No, of course it isn't. Somebody influenced him, didn't someone?
Well, I went up to your liquor cabinet, and I took a bottle of whiskey, and I made Sean drink.
Boy Meets World showed us a view on life that people don't always get it right, even the parents, but they always had leaders to give them knowledge and wisdom to learn from.
If you let people's perception of you dictate your behavior, you will never grow as a person.
AKA, if people don't like it, to be yourself, fuck!
And also Topanga. That was many young boys across the nation's sole reason for watching this motherfucker.
Let me see.
And I don't blame you. Coming in at number 3, Full House. And
I didn't like this show. I tried to get into it. It wasn't for me.
growing up as someone that lived in the Bible Belt, specifically the heart of Kojic, Church of God in Christ, Memphis, Tennessee, my parents, I won't say they had a limit on what I could watch, but as long as it wasn't too out of pocket, they tend to let me watch anything I wanted. However, Full House was damn near fully free of shit you wouldn't want your kid watching at all. And that's why it was great.
What do you say, little mama?
No, thank you, Big Daddy.
I just used to find it interesting to watch this show, and it barely had any cursing in it, if any. Yet it kept me glued to the TV to see the interesting dynamic that the show's characters had amongst family.
He's shit everywhere!
A good, wholesome show. It helped that the actors had such good chemistry. A lot of times watching, I used to feel like they were an actual family in real life.
Talk on the phone, do my homework, or entertain my friends without her.
That's ridiculous! I do not!
Steph, let's hear what DJ has to say, and then you'll get your chance to interrupt.
Full House was also one of the first shows that made me feel like every show don't need diversity, bro.
In the name of white Jesus.
When we talk about perspective, sometimes a person can write a show like this off their life or perspective, and in that life and perspective, it may not include the next race. There are black people that have never interacted with many white people, if any white people at all, and there are plenty of white people on this earth that have never actually even seen a black person apart from what they see on TV in real life. So a show like Full House kind of taught me that it's not far-fetched to watch a show and it really be nobody other than white people on there. With a show like Full House and a dynamic like Full House, I just wouldn't expect certain shows to have that next race in there and be some type of token black person, which eventually they did. However, it still helped me understand, like, okay, everybody life don't involve the next race. And that's not that it's racist or anything, that's just reality. A lot of the people you interact with may be of your race. A lot of people that the next person interact with may be of a different race. Like, that's just real world reality.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 2, Roseanne.
I watched quite a lot of episodes of Roseanne, but I didn't fully invest into Roseanne, so from the episodes I seen, it wasn't bad. Them kids was bad as hell. But yeah.
Long before racist tweets, Roseanne's sitcom in the 90s was and still is one that I'll love for forever.
So, what else is new? Shut up!
This is why some animals eat their young.
Roseanne was a working class mom with a sassy attitude dealing with everyday life. That's what made it relatable. Couple that with its gritty attitude and John Goodman as one of the greatest TV dads of all time.
Just this once.
Roseanne was just full of real life relatable shit.
No big deal.
It's no big deal. What are you saying? He hit you. It's not like he forgot your birthday.
We had an argument this afternoon, and he pushed me a couple times. Not Fisher's fault.
Don't. Get out there! That nigga is get out there!
Where most shows would shove unrealistic upper class situations in your face, Roseanne took the opportunity to shove things like paying bills, burning a meatloaf, and plop it down on a couch after feeling burnt out in your face. Real life relatable things. I also feel like I could see my parents in both Dan and Roseanne.
There will be no looks across the room. There will be no touchy-feely. There will be no hanky-panky.
Dang! Stinky piggy!
Although they did handle things differently. Roseanne and Dan used to make me feel like a lot of times they were those parents that would whoop ass, but obviously it's a TV show, so they can't actually whoop their ass on there. It's like you kind of knew without knowing. However, I saw my parents in them, and it was just a show that I loved. All my no cable babies that had a few channels to watch will feel me on this one. Coming in at number 1, Mama's Family.
Mama's Family was cool.
You could look up disgusting in the dictionary and there'd be a picture of this.
Nasty bitch.
It was easy to resonate with Mama's Family. She was an old lady that didn't take a lot of shit and told it like it was.
Husband his evening kiss. Part of my wifely duty.
Have you ever noticed how none of your wifely duties can be performed standing up?
She got your ass.
She was the white Madea. And as a kid, it was my first time kind of putting that together and realizing, like, damn, she get on everyone's ass just like the one in my family do. Overall, Mama's Family was a staple in my childhood and is a great comfort show. Now we get to the shows that I didn't like. Coming in at number 5, and it may not be considered, I guess, a TV show per se, but it's more of a sketch show. I'm still adding it to this list. Saturday Night Live.
And live from New York, it's Saturday night!
Saturday Night Live had content that I loved. And I used to just watch feeling like everyone was trying their hardest to make the next break character.
I'ma say the Will Ferrell, Jimmy Fallon time when they was in Saturday Night Live. That on up, I did enjoy. They had a lot of skits that was funny, but a lot of them was hit and miss too. So
Good day to you both.
What the hell was that?
We misplaced your baby.
You deal with people like Jimmy Fallon. You deal with people like Will Ferrell. And some of the funny sketches that came with watching this show, it will forever be legendary.
We got friggin' Federico Fellini over here.
I think that SNL was also a show that helped me learn humor better.
okay.
Especially being someone that moved from one area to the suburbs. I mean, man, the way we joke as black people is totally different than white people. It tends to be the same sometimes, but just the way we joke culturally is different. And I think Saturday Night Live was one of those shows that kind of helped me understand that better, just watching myself.
Yeah.
However, I think what went from a joyous good time eventually went down the drain after people like Jimmy Fallon eventually left. Yes, they may have had some good seasons, but I don't think any of the seasons that they've had in recent years tops anything that they did in the past.
Herb! Herb! Herb!
You fast forward to today, and it just feels like a show full of corny-ass jokes, as well as full of pandering moments. This next one may be a little different. Coming in at number 4, Orange is the New Black.
Spread your cheeks and cough.
All right, motherfucker, let's get it on.
This show had everything, and at the time, it was out of the box and out of the norm from what I'd usually be watching. Every character.
This show, it wasn't that bad. But once they started killing off certain characters, like, what's her name? The Pusey, I was like, after a while, it did get a little nuts. But
Character had great personalities, and everything flowed smoothly. However, Pusey,
Pussy. My name is Pusey. Accent a droite, bitch.
however you say her name, once that character died, that was the beginning of the end for me, as well as totally taking the character of Piper and turning her into a utter piece of shit.
she was boring, to be honest.
Like, It just felt like the direction of the show went downhill, and I stopped watching. Coming in at number 3, Seinfeld.
Another one where it had a lot of hit and miss episodes. But I can say I watched a lot of this. I watched a lot, but it also, in some form, Seinfeld just came up with their ideas from the jump. It seemed like oh, we gonna do this episode. Oh, I got something written down. Yeah, we can just put that together. Like it seemed like it did that. You know, but.
Please. Seinfeld, you made a reservation for a mid-size, and she's a small.
I believe strongly that Seinfeld was about nothing, and I believe situational comedy is not for everyone.
Another thing, I felt like the Jerry was low-key, he was boring, but everybody else was cool. Like George had funny stories. Kramer and Newman, they did stupid shit. Elaine was just doing some wild shit. Jerry's parents, George's parents, like it seemed like it was kind of like the white Steve Harvey show. Steve, we was like, all right, you pretty boring, but everybody else made the show funny.
You can add this to the list of shows that once they came on, I knew it was time to take my black ass to sleep. However, it was one of the few shows that I chose to give a chance to from time to time. And I watched enough to understand that the jokes were slow. And many times I watched, it felt like this was probably more relatable to somebody that lived in New York. I also knew the style of comedy just wasn't my style. I liked the more outlandish and physical comedy. And a lot of the times the jokes and even the setup just didn't hit for me.
I agree.
Also, I like storyline and structure in the show. There was no real storyline, and these characters experienced no real character growth. They all tended to have questionable behavior, and I get it, bro. If that's your style of comedy, that's for you. But
also, I think they just went by like some of the jokes he was talking that night, and they just made the show out of it. That's what I
kind of felt like Seinfeld wasn't what people made it out to be.
That shit is a 2-pack of ass.
I also think the overexposure to this helped with my dislike. When you are being continuously exposed to something that you don't find funny, you can create a dislike with it. I just didn't think it was the show that everyone made it out to be, but Seinfeld will always have my utmost respect.
Fucker.
You're saying I'm a nigger?
Yes, you are the niggerest fucking white.
Chris Rock was supposed to get slapped after saying this shit. So I appreciate Will to some point. Somebody should have smacked him.
Man.
I don't think he could do that.
Oh.
What? I don't think he has those
There's
qualities.
only two.
Coming in at number 2, The Walking Dead. And before y'all get on my ass,
even with this, after like the governor died, I think that was like a season 3, probably 4. I didn't watch it after that. So another one I wasn't fully invested.
everything season 7 and before was gold. And some of season 8, after that, we end up going down this repetitive journey of the same pattern. And when you come into situations, y'all always have some wildly unrealistic bullshit happen. Bruh, how? Fuck that.
When y'all changing
It's
the
on
Star
so many
Wars.
times I can take stupid shit like this happening. Then you got these evolving ass zombies.
They're climbing the wall.
That motherfucker dead, decayed, and look like a walking turd. Gee, explain to me how this Michael Jackson Thriller looking ass nigga can climb up this bitch without his shit breaking.
Cut that bitch off.
Couple that with these weak ass spinoffs, I feel The Walking Dead is an example of focusing too much on source material and not writing it in a way that would be more entertaining for the viewers of
Walking Dead just need to just be dead. It don't need to walk no more.
the show. I know and I understand it's a comic. Before y'all get on my ass about that, I understand that they are following the comic. But I believe that sometimes when it came to certain events, like Glenn's death, certain things could have been rewritten so you don't lose over 3 million followers in one setting.
Damn.
And they never really recovered from that.
Damn.
That's facts. Go look that up. Also, I think Glenn's death was the downfall of the show and kind of what made me get ready to stop watching. And to bag things back up, they also would get characters like Everybody Hates Chris ass nigga and totally fuck up the potential of...
They killed him? I like this character. Damn. Oh, well.
possibly being a good character. The Walking Dead's decisions with Glenn and other decisions ultimately made me kind of just go from tuning in every time it dropped to finding myself regressing and just dropping more days. So I'll go from tuning in to when it dropped to, okay, it came on, I'll watch it tomorrow, to gradually more and more days being associated with not watching it to the point where I just watched it whenever I could, or it's like, damn, that shit still come on. Coming in at number 1 on this list is one of the most overrated shows of all time, Friends.
Someone at work ate my sandwich.
Who gives a shit? Y'all tried y'all hardest to try to... Y'all couldn't do it, man. Living Single had too much swag about it. Y'all couldn't outdo Overton Wakefield Jones. Y'all couldn't outswag Kyle. The women on Living Single... Y'all made Sinclair, a white Sinclair dump, man. Y'all just needed to just cut this shit out. And the crazy part is, Friends had a lasting episode. Y'all canceled Living Single for this bullshit. Man, y'all whack.
Changing the channel every time this came on, simply
whack
put,
ass show.
why would I watch this shit when I can just watch Living Single?
Eggplant.
Nasty bitch.
As a kid, I didn't understand Friends, and I thought that shit was boring as hell.
It wasn't nothing to understand, to be honest. It was dumb as shit. And most of the stuff that they got from Living Single, they just put on Friends. They couldn't even put a good swag to that.
And I already felt like Living Single was the black version, but in all reality, it was really reversed. Friends indeed is an original and stole its whole basis from Living Single. Although we know that now, for me, it was one of those moments like I can't just quite put my finger on it. But it just felt like a mystery as, wow, okay, this show matches up with this show, but this show just black. You get older and you find out it was stolen from them, so it makes a lot of sense. When I heard the theme song, I knew it was time to what? Say it with me.
Cut that bitch off!
And I never found it entertaining. And I felt it was just pointless because we already had the original.
Right.
The jokes, corny. The laugh track, they gonna keep that bitch on all day, even when the joke over. Laugh track your ass to death. History has shown that black people have had many ideas stolen from them and presented by a white person as though they did it. And I think Friends is a perfect example of that.
Message!
Coming in at number 1 on this underrated list, Third Rock from the Sun.
Oh, man, this show was excellent, man. I really enjoyed this show. I enjoyed the shit out of this show, to be honest, man. Yeah, bro, this definitely underrated.
What's to understand?
To me, this was Big Bang Theory before Big Bang Theory. Or was it? Am I saying it right? Yeah, yeah.
And kill her and get a new one.
No. You can't do that, Thea. You gotta get a new one, and then you kill her.
Third Rock from the Sun is one of the most extremely underrated sitcoms of all time. Great jokes, great acting, and great storylines from episode to episode.
Facts.
And great physical comedy.
I can't see through my eyelids.
Open them.
Oh, they're manual.
I put this show in because I haven't seen anyone talk about it in years. And it was a show that was way different from anything I was watching at the time, especially being that it was about a group of aliens disguised as humans.
Let me be honest, I did forget about this show a long time ago, but yeah. It used to come on like before Frasier or after Frasier.
Reporting shit back to the third planet from the sun. I enjoyed being able to stay up and watch this in its prime. It was a storyline that I wasn't used to, and it helped that John Lithgow, I think that's how you say his name, helped that his ass was in it. However, every actor held their own and played their roles so well that as a young kid, I just used to watch this, and it made me follow each one of their careers afterwards. And that's something I'll always remember.
All right, y'all, we back. Yeah, man. Yeah. But let me go back. Saved by the Bell I didn't watch. Boy Meets World didn't watch. Full House didn't like it. Roseanne never was fully invested. Mama's Family, same thing. Saturday Night Live, hit and miss. Orange is the New Black, cool. I already said that shit. Yeah, man. I think I might do my list on white sitcoms that I liked a lot, and also the ones that I felt like was trash. I'm gonna do the same for the black sitcoms too. But yeah, man, I got quite a few that I really enjoyed, man. Like, but I'm gonna put the ones that I didn't just watch bits and pieces of. I want to put the ones that I know I watched from start to finish, because if I wasn't really fully invested in it, I'm not gonna put it on the list, you know. So yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna just do it like that, man. But I got quite a few that I'm gonna put on there, man. But this was cool though, man. It made me want to pick it up. But Third Rock from the Sun, that was my show. But yo, if y'all enjoyed this one, man, smash the like button for your boy. If y'all want to actually see me put a list up, let me know in the comment sections, man. I'm actually getting back to doing those. It's a movie that I'm casting right now. Best Man. I'm gonna be dropping that soon. All right, Set It Off is. I'm still struggling with that one, so I went to go to the Best Man, man. I think I have a good time doing that one. But yeah, man, if y'all like this one, man, smash the like button for your boy. Comment down below what y'all thought of the video, and also what else y'all want me to react to. Share the video and subscribe to the channel for your boy. All right, we out this piece.